Good afternoon. Today we're going to go over some of the teacher dispositions that I believe that I have, that I excel at, some that I struggle with and need to work on, and how these dispositions and ethics can help develop adolescent youth to be better for the future, how it can affect their psychological state, their emotional state, and their development as well. So to start off, some of the dispositions I think I have that I excel at is respect for others. Someone that grew up in a small town, playing sports my whole life, joining the military, going to college, being a manager in retail for 3+ years now, I've learned to respect others very well. Being able to respect others, knowing that each person is able to do the exact same things that you're capable of doing, that there's no difference from the way they look, the way they act, the way they talk, what they believe in. Being able to respect people for their appearances, their beliefs, and education is vital to a teacher to help you better teach your pupils. Also, I think I excel at professional conduct, being able to enunciate, being able to communicate well with others, being dedicated to my job. Having experience in the military and management, you have to conduct yourself to a higher standard because you know you're being watched by your peers, by your employees at all times, and they learn from you just as much as you learn from them. I also think I do a great job with honesty. Honesty is hard for a lot of people because a lot of the time they are scared to hurt someone's feelings, but there's ways to say things truthfully without hurting other people's feelings, and being able to be honest and open with your students and having them being able to be honest and open with you can help their moral characters, their character development, and everything down the line. I think one of the dispositions I really need to work on is compassion. I think compassion's hard for me to understand and relate to with people because I hold you to a standard. This is how I was in sports. My coaches held me to a standard. In the military, I was held to a standard to complete a task. In retail management, my area manager, they hold me to a level and expectations, and I do the same to my employees and my peers. And I understand where some struggles can come up and that can hinder your performance or anything like that. I still hold you to that standard because that's what we all should strive to do and strive to be our best. I think professional educators, some of the roles they really need to do is to be successful is they need to be relatable. They need to make it so the students want to come to them. They need to be able to communicate effectively with their students, know that their classroom is thriving environment for their students to come to, learn from them. The teacher can learn from the student as well, and just make it a welcoming environment. I think if you're able to grab the attention of the students and be relatable, you're going to be more successful than many of the other teachers that are out there now. Some of the way teacher dispositions can positively or negatively influence the psychological and moral development of an adolescent is how they conduct themselves. So with one of the dispositions being honesty, if you're lying to your students, how are they ever going to trust you? How are they going to think that they need to be honest if someone in their life is lying to them constantly? So I think them being straightforward and honest can have a huge role. It can set the standard for the rest of life, or it can shatter all their dreams and hopes. I will uphold these dispositions and code of ethics by being the standard, showing my students the standard, showing them how to act, being relatable, letting them know where to come to and how to conduct themselves in life to be more successful than just being able to do simple math equations, just being able to how to carry yourself, I think, is the biggest way to promote these code of ethics and these dispositions. And by doing that, you're setting up your students for more than just college. You're setting them up for a life of success for the next 70 years, not the next 5. And for me to promote healthy moral development and with my students in my future classroom is just treating them like adults, treating them like humans, not thinking that I'm better than them, not thinking that they're less than me, thinking that we're all the same no matter where we come from, what we do. It's our actions that carry us through lives, and through our actions, we can grow to whatever we want to be, or we can shrink down to the lowest that we want to also. We can climb Mount Everest, or we can slum it down in the bottom of a hole the rest of our lives by our actions and how we conduct ourselves. And by talking to my students and relating to them, I think that I will be able to get that message to them and help them be successful in their future.